guys, welcome to the lesson. So today I'm going to show you how to get started with HTML. So HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, and it is the programming language used on the web to create web pages. So to get started, you're going to need three things. You are going to need Notepad++. This is your text editor. You'll be able to find it on the Student Common as a .zip file, or you can download it as a .zip file. If you just Google Notepad++, you'll be able to find it, or you can just download it directly onto your computer if you're at home and you're doing this. The second thing you're going to need is a web browser. So that is Google Chrome is what I'm using, but you could use Internet Explorer or Firefox as well. And the third thing you're going to need is a folder. So I'm just going to delete this for a second. So basically what I did was I just right-clicked new folder. I'm just going to call it example web page. And this is the folder that I'm going to save my web pages into. So let's get started. So we'll just double click, open up your Notepad++, and you should have something like this. So the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to File, Save As, and I'm going to save it as index.html. So the reason why I'm calling it index is so that when our web page is on the web, the browser will know that the index is the home page. So it will search for the index.html file, and it will know that that's our home page. So I'm just going to save it in that. There we go. So that folder that I created on the desktop earlier, example web page, I am going to open that up there, and I'm going to save our index.html file in here. And I'm just going to go down here and save it as Hypertext Markup Language file. So just make sure you have those two things done. And save. Okay, so now we have a HTML document. So HTML works by, it has like a tag system. So you tag certain elements of your website so then that you can format them to look differently. So the 5 main tags of any web page, we're just going to go through the 5 main tags of any web page. So the first one is doctype HTML. So this is our first tag. So this is a very unique tag in that it has capital letters here. Not all HTML tags have capital letters. So doctype HTML basically tells the web browser what version of HTML we're using. So there are different versions of HTML. The most recent one is HTML5, and that's the version we're going to be using. So I'll talk a little bit about HTML versions in a later lesson. So don't worry too much about it now. Just know that the very first tag is the doctype tag, and it's this one here. The second tag is the HTML tag. So this basically tells the web browser, okay, everything that's coming now is going to be HTML. Okay, so we have HTML. This is our opening tag, and it's good to get into the habit of adding our closing tag as well. So this says it's the opening, and this says it's the closing. So the little / denotes a closing tag. The third tag is the head tag. Again, I'm just going to do the opening and the closing tag. It's good to get into the habit of doing that. Okay, I'm going to explain what head does in a short while. I'm just going to add in the other 2 tags that we need. Title, so / title, and body. So the body comes after the head, naturally. Okay. Okay. Now, let's make that a bit neater. Okay, so you have your HTML tags, and you see if you highlight in Notepad++, it will say where its corresponding closing tag is. So opening tag, closing tag. Opening tag, closing tag. opening tag, closing tag, opening tag, closing tag. Oh, so this body tag looks a bit funny. Oh, no, there we go. That's okay. Okay. So title, we're going to call it My First Web Page. And this is essentially going to be the title of our web page. So it's going to come up in the tab. So you'll see that in a bit. And the body, this is essentially the body of our web page. So everything we want to put in our web page is going to be here. So I'm just going to write hello world as the first bit of information that we're going to put on our web page. So you'll notice these are lowercase and these have uppercase. So doc type is the only one that has uppercase. All other tags will always be lowercase, and they'll always have opening and closing corresponding tags. This is just a unique tag to tell the version of HTML. So basically we save this, and then we're going to run it. I'm going to say launch in Chrome because that's the web browser I'm using. And there we go. So hello world, and then you'll see up here in the tabs, my first web page. So this is in the title, so that's for the title tags. So if we just line it up here, we'll see the corresponding. So this code will give you this. My first web page, hello world. So these are the bits of info. So they're the first 5 main HTML tags. So in the next lesson, we'll take a look at a few more tags and about formatting certain elements of our code. So within our body, we don't want everything to look like hello world. You know, it doesn't look great. It's just simply written there. So even if you went hello world like this, I'll just show you for example. Okay, so you think, oh, okay, look, it's nice and neat, it's all in a little row. Probably should have just copied and pasted that, but sure, never mind. Okay, save, run, launch in Chrome. It doesn't format it. It just goes hello world, it just writes straight across. So in the next lesson, we're going to show how to format this so that it looks, different. Okay, thanks a lot for watching. Bye.